Well, good evening. Hope you had a nice Sunday. We are here to the press conference for the game tomorrow against Estonia with player Isak Hien and coach Jon Dahl Thomasson. Would you like to begin, Jon?
Thank you, Petra. First of all, hello to everybody. It's good to see you. The last day, yesterday and today, it's been a lot of meetings. Yesterday when we arrived, we had an evaluation regarding what we thought was a fantastic game against Slovakia, where we were creating a lot of chances in both halves. I counted more than 6 good chances in each half, where we were defending extremely brave and we were defending general extremely well. I was disappointed. The player was extremely disappointed not to win that game. And it sounds maybe a bit crazy, but I like it. I like this hunger, this ambition that this group has. I think we need it. So there's a good attitude that we want more. Still, now we are playing against Estonia. We've got an excellent result, so they will come with a bit of confidence. Then I brought Isak next to me, a modern defender who eats strikers to breakfast or what? I'm happy that I'm not a striker who's playing against Isak for sure. With all that speed, with all that power, which you need in a modern way of playing. So I'm pleased. Thank you.
Thank you. And we open up with some questions to Isak Hien, please, from you. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Grace from Soccernet. First of all, welcome to Tallinna.
Thank you.
Isak, like the coach just said, you eat the strikers for breakfast. What do you think about Estonian strikers who are physically quite strong?
No, you guys have some good strikers, and I played against them in Stockholm, so I know you guys have some good players, but we need to defend well, not only me, but also as a whole and as a team. But of course, it's going to be a tough match.
What kind of game do you expect, considering that last month in Stockholm you won 3-0?
No, I expect a tough game, like the one that we played in Stockholm. Now Estonia play at home, so of course it's going to be you guys as fans and a different atmosphere for you guys. And it's going to mean a different game also for us. So we have to regroup and start over and forget the game we played, take the things we did well, and go 100% against Estonia as well.
Estonian defender and team captain Karl Mets said before that Sweden should not be in C League. A team like Sweden should play higher level. What is your opinion?
My opinion is that we played ourselves to the C League, so we are in the C League now. And if we deserve to play in League B, we will play in League B.
Thank you. And please go on with questions to both Isak and Jon, of course.
Jon, none of your captains on the podium today. Is that just a rotation, or does that mean something for the game tomorrow?
No, I spoke. I think a couple of months ago that we need more leaders in the team. It's not only Victor and Dian who's a leader, but we need more. Robin is at home, for example. Then we become stronger over time. So it's about taking responsibility, and I think Isak is taking a lot of responsibility.
With a few days distance to the game in Bratislava, what's your main takeaways from Friday's game?
I think we played an excellent game. I think the boys had a great performance playing away against a team who's not used to losing at all. The way we cope with everything, the way we were created chances, the way we were defending was quite impressive. We just needed to be more clinical, and we killed that game. But that's part of football, isn't it?
You say that the defending was great, even though they scored 2 goals. When you did the analyze, what was the problem after they scored the 2 goals?
No, of course you can't keep good opponent away for getting chances. It's impossible. If you look during a window with all the games who's played, there's not one team who's not getting chances who has quality. And we are talking about a team who went to the Euros. We were not at the Euros. Who almost were in the quarterfinal. So that tells a little bit about the quality. But the way that the team played the game plan was very good, and the amount of chances in this level that we created was extremely positive. We shouldn't forget that sometimes if you're standing deep, I think if you look a little bit back, then the team is coming passive and conceding chances and goals.
Tack. Simon, varsågod.
Yeah, for Jon, like you said, you put in an enormous amount of effort in Bratislava, especially in the first half. Assessing the physical level of players, the fitness, how do you go about that?
I think it's a very good question. There's of course an important part of football. How well is a player going to recover? It's still early days. The players who played yesterday, the day before, they haven't done really anything today. It's just about recovery, and then we will get the medical report tomorrow morning, and then we make the final decision who's ready to play and who needs a rest. That's difficult to say at the moment. At the moment, everybody's fit to play, which is positive. So that's great. It's also good. Last time I didn't give you anything who's starting. Isak is starting tomorrow. Victor Johansson will be in goal as well. I think there was quite. He was out saying sorry that he made a mistake. Yeah, this says a little bit about Victor, the way he thinks about the landslaget, the way he is as a person, and he's a great player. But he shouldn't say sorry. We make mistakes every day. I make mistakes every day. We just go on. He's a very good keeper, so he will be in goal tomorrow.
I guess you like the conviction that the players play with on Friday. How do you regard, the good side of keep giving those players another shot at it, to get to know each other a bit more even, or rotating a bit?
There's always the decision you need to make as a coach. Is everybody fresh to play, or do we need to put new energy in? At the moment, we are waiting on that for the medical report. But I think we also put the bar extremely high now, the last two games. Home against Estonia, I think the quality of that game was very good. I think the quality of the last game here against Slovakia away was extremely good as well. So we have put the bar high, and we want to be ambitious. We're still very humble. We can't be arrogant. We need to work hard. We need to put the intensity into the games, but we put the bar high regarding what we can expect from each other.
And also going back to that game against Estonia at home, in the first half in particular, you gave them a fair beating, I'd say, and you had, I think, 25 shots at goal on that, or 25 shots, 25 finishes in that game. Do you think it's fair to expect that Estonia will be a bit more defend more low than they did that time around, like they did in the second half in Stockholm?
It's a team who got a bit of confidence winning over Azerbaijan, which was a very good win. Scoring 3 goals at home, that's always good. They give confidence within the team. But first of all, if we do all the concrete right things, then we have a big chance to create a good result. And it's of course doing the things on the ball which we want. They're playing forward, we are running forward, and we are playing with few touches, so we are creating a quick game, which can be difficult for Estonia to keep up with. But we need to do the right things, and there's not always that easy to talk about the right things. No, we need to do it and get the players into the right position so we can affect the game and we can affect the result in the best way.
Och för Isak, i Atalanta spelar du alltså extremt man-orienterat försvar ofta och sådär. Hur pass trygg är du med att spela ungefär som du gjorde senast?
Senast, men tänker
men
på matchen.
I fredags, ja.
Nej, men det är så jag spelar i klubblaget, och det är väldigt likt i den aspekten, i just försvarsspelet. Så det är någonting som jag har gjort ett tag nu och känner mig trygg med.
Ja.
Isak, vad hände med din skada? Det rapporterades i italienska medier om att du skulle vara borta ett tag och sen kunde du vara med här. Red ut lite vad din status är.
Nej, jag har inte sett vad som har rapporterats, men jag hade lite känningar i ljumsken, men det såg bra ut på bilder, men det var någonting som var där och störde, och vi hade en ganska krisig situation i backlinjen med Atalanta, men det är någonting som vi gick igenom, jag och med teamet, och det var inga konstigheter. Det var lite tajt att jag spelade så pass mycket som jag gjorde precis innan matchen, precis innan samlingen här, men sån är fotbollen ibland och man får steppa upp.
Att Jon lyfter fram det här som han gör och säger att han vill att du ska bli en av ledarna i laget. Så vad tänker du om det, och är du redo att ta det klivet så att säga?
Ja, men det känner jag att jag är. Det är kul såklart att få det förtroendet som spelare, och det är någonting som alltid ger mycket, och det känns som att det har gått fort. Det känns som det var igår jag var här, och det var första gången jag var med i landslaget, och man har inte träffat någon och man undrar vart allt är och hur allt funkar. Så det har gått fort såklart, men det är någonting som jag känner att jag är redo för och vill vara för det här laget.
To Jon, a question about Anton Saletros. He's performing well here in the national team. Are you surprised that he's in Allsvenskan?
I agree. He performed very well. I also think he performed very well in AEK. Of course, they play with a lot of intensity at AEK, off the ball. On the ball is a little bit different, what we expect from each other. I always say, a football player, that's why we analyze the players like we do. Can you understand the football game? Are you playing logical? And he understands the game very well. So when he get a task, what to do, he would do it. Of course, there can always be a mistake, because we all make mistakes, but he's a clever football player, and a player who can understand the game, can understand how to play together. And in the end of the day, if we want to create an identity, we should be able to play together. So we should talk the same language with the ball.
Could he play in a better league if you decide?
I don't know if they want to sell him at AEK. I would not sell him if I was AEK, not at all. But I'm sure he can play in a better league. Yeah.
Tack. Johan, varsågod.
Ja, Isak, vad säger du? Käkar du anfallare till frukost?
Lunch och middag. Nej, men jag vet inte vad jag ska säga.
Nej, men vad tänker du när Jon säger så?
Nej, men det är kul såklart, och jag fattar varför han säger så. Det är väl, jag har väl fått det lite som ett kännetecken för min spelstil, att jag liksom är ganska framåtlutad i mitt försvarsspel och går gärna in i dueller, så det är väl därför han säger det.
I would be afraid. But okay, look at this body and look at me.
Isak, nu sa ju Jon att du kommer att spela imorgon. Du har ju startat nästan alla matcher som Jon har varit förbundskapten i. Men däremot har det varit rätt så mycket skiften överlag. Jag kommer att komma till Jon med det sen. Men hur säker känner du dig på en plats? För du åker ju spela lite in och ut.
Förlåt, kan du ta om?
Hur säker är du på en plats? Nu förstår jag att du kommer att spela imorgon. Men alltså när du kommer till samlingarna och så. Du är en av få spelare som har startat i princip alla landskamper.
Svår fråga. Jag har ju spelat rätt mycket sen Jon kom in, men det är ingenting som jag tar för givet, utan när jag inte är här så är jag i mitt klubblag och jag försöker att prestera och för att visa att jag ska spela inte bara där men här också, och jag tror inte att spela i landslaget eller just min plats eller någons plats egentligen är någonting som man ska ta för givet, utan det är någonting som man alltid ska kämpa för, och det finns ingenting som säger att jag ska spela imorgon, men det finns ingenting som säger att jag ska spela nästa samling, utan det är någonting man ska bevisa.
Jon, you have played 7 games now. Do you know how many different players you have used in the starting 11?
No.
If you take a guess?
I have no clue, but I know I think I gave 7 players the first start, something like that. I don't know the amount. I don't know how many times I've been changing it around. There was not a lot of change from Estonia to Slovakia. There was only the change with, of course, with Isaac staying at home, Alex. So I don't know it exactly. Can you help me?
Yeah, it's 26 players. It's quite a lot. Do you try to to establish a starting 11, or do we have to get used to that players, there's a lot of rotation? I mean, players goes from the actually outside the squad to the starting 11 in the next, yeah. What do you say?
Now, of course, last window we had a lot of injured players. This window we also have a lot of injured players. I think that the squad have coped really well with that. I spoke always about those three phases. Phase one, get used to each other, get used to the player, try to implement that football style which I want, which the player wants and the SVFF want. The second phase is still implementing, then is winning games. At the same time, I know a lot more about the players. So when I started in Portugal, I didn't know a lot. But now we know exactly how a player is playing, and then we're talking about maybe a group of 50 players in the way we want to create an identity. And when we're following the players like we are, watching those 50 games per week or 45, depending, it's dynamic, then we can also see if a player is in form. Is he doing the right things, what we want, but is he also in form? You can easily see if a player, if a midfield player or whatever, a winger is afraid of the game suddenly, then he's probably not in the best shape. So that's the way we are looking at players, trying to get that amount bigger, so we have more competition. In the end of the day, if you have more competition in the dressing room, that will only help Sveriges landslaget. So that's the reason behind it.
Yes,
Question to head coach. Estonia won Azerbaijan on Friday. You probably have seen this game. What do you think about it?
They were extremely clinical in front of goals, scoring 3 goals out of 4 good opportunities. So it gives confidence. At the same time, we need to play our game and try to make it difficult for them and raise the bar and be extremely ambitious and humble. We can't be arrogant here. We need to have the right attitude.
One question more. Goal machine Viktor Gyökeres didn't score a goal in Slovakia. I asked jokingly, what happened?
Yeah, what happened? No, he did a lot of other good things, But I understand because everybody's used to it. Victor's always scoring. He came into good position. He linked up play very well. He had extremely good runs in the channel. Extremely high load. What we spoke about the load, and sometimes as a striker you don't score. I know Victor, he was not happy or pleased with it. I know that.
Thank you. Johan?
Jon, how unpredictable do you want to be as a coach?
That's a very deep question.
Yeah. Speaking of rotation.
Yeah.
But as you said, we saw after the last game against Estonia, and there wasn't too many changes.
No, I think, of course, it's important that we have fresh players. That's one. And at the same time, now in that second phase where we still are implementing the attacking style, we are not there at all. But we are getting better each window, so I would like to see that keep on going. Because then I think we can become really good over time. So I want to create an amount of player who's able to play that way that the players want to play. And then in the end of the day, I think what Isak said, very, very, very good. Yeah, you need to perform if you want to play. But if you're performing, then you can also keep on playing. And it's always about the team, and you can start a game or you can end the game. Yeah, what is better? I don't know. Because the best thing you need to answer is actually you need to help the team.
And how much rotation will we see tomorrow?
I don't know it yet. We will see that after the medical report tonight and tomorrow morning.
So you don't have a plan?
We have a plan how we are playing. We already had 3 meetings today with small groups, number 4 or 5 players. Here tonight we have 3 other meetings where we go through what to expect and what we would like to see. And then we see who's ready to go tomorrow.
You have a lot of options in the offense. One of the players that you didn't use on Friday was Sebastian Nanasi, and he had a really strong month back in France. Why was that?
I totally agree. He had a strong month. He's a very good player. It was a little bit how the game went. That was the reason. I thought it was difficult to take Dian and Victor out because they were playing very good. So that was actually a little bit the reason for it.
Andreas?
You said that defending were extreme brave and extreme good. Are you happy with the defending matches in those Nations League matches you have played? Can you talk a bit more about that?
I spoke after the Azerbaijan game that I was extremely pleased about the attacking threat. It was probably the best since 2015. Defensive part, it was not good enough. Estonia home, defensive part was good. There was good control. There was also a very good attacking threat. Those two games we had more than 30 shots. General against a very good side, Slovakia, who almost were in the quarter final in the Euros. I think the general we defended very well, yeah.
Victor Nilsson Lindelöf came on. What do you think about his performance and how is his status? Can he start tomorrow?
I think Victor said it very well, that he was extremely pleased to get 30 minutes. So now he had 45 and now he's 30 minutes. So that's positive because you haven't played a lot of games in the last month actually. So yeah, for him, he's ready to help the team. And he always helped the team if he's starting or if he's not starting. He's a leader. We have Isak here also becoming a leader. I see Dian taking more and more responsibility, which we need. We need more of those players to help because we are also extremely young at the moment. We shouldn't forget that. Those 26 players we have used, but we are also very young. And not only young, there's also a lot of unexperienced players. So if you look at how many games have you played now? 15, Isak, or what?
Yeah, 15, I think.
For a central defender, 15 games, and if you look at the players around him, or the goalie, or midfield, that's not a lot national team football. I think we had against Estonia, I think we had 161 caps or something like that. And Alexander, Isak, and Dian had 60% of those caps, 161. They had 60% of 55%. Yeah, that's not a lot of caps in football. But all those young players are also giving extremely good energy. It's a very dynamic squad at the moment, which is nice because then they're going to push each other.
Maybe missed, but what did you think about his performance, Victor?
No, I never talk about an evaluation of a performance for a player in a game.
Emil, varsågod.
Hi, John. Sorry.
Sorry.
The woman singing the national anthem in Slovakia, she was something else, her voice. Are you learning the Swedish national anthem?
I spoke with Sebbe about it. He was saying she's singing way too slow. We can't follow this because sometimes Sebbe is trying to help me a little bit so I can listen to him as well. But she was too slow and he was too fast. So yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare.
And for you, are you learning it?
I'm trying, yeah. You can see sometimes I'm usually trying to open my mouth and sometimes there's coming something out and sometimes nothing.
On another note, another aspect of the game, building an identity in the team, if you like. For me, I think Jesper Karlström stood out in terms of being a badass on the pitch on Friday, taking the fights, standing up, being a bit mean. Is that something you think you need to see in the team as well?
I think there's something he does really well in Udine when we were watching his games as well. I thought he did that well against Slovakia. And you need a good mix of good players who's able to play good football. And he can also play very good football. He's very good in playing balls forward as well, which you saw on the goal for Ayar. He plays the ball to Dian, and then Ayar scored. But you need also to win your personal duels, and he's of course also very strong in those situations to pick up second balls and winning second balls. That's a quality.
Jon, just a few questions about this rotating. How much do you look at the opponent, and how much does that decide your starting 11?
At the moment, I look first of all at ourselves. Because we want to implement an attacking style of football in a modern way, where football is the defending part is extremely important to have the right balance. We look at that. And then we look at, of course, that's number one. Number two is fresh players. Number three is looking at the opponent, regarding the quality they have in the side.
In a perfect world, would you like to start with the same starting 11 not maybe every game, but 2 games in a row? Or is it just a central line that's important for you and then you...
No, it's a balance. I think it's important over time to have a team who's used to playing together. But here in the second phase, it's also important to still see players, still at the same time trying to implement it and to get a bigger group of players who can push each other and still winning games. So it's of course trying to find that balance, which is quite complex actually. But that, we are trying that.
So maybe we will see less rotating in the future, you think?
Yeah, there could be, but it depends on how good the players are performing. In the end of the day, the coach is not giving players confidence. No, the players are giving the coach confidence by doing the right things. And you could do that in 5 minutes, huh?
Okay. You're finished or you're satisfied? Or yes, okay. Great. Thank you, Isak. Tack. Och tack, Jon. Och Anthony kommer möta upp här ute för mixa dem ett par minuter.